Hi, everyone. Welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. I try to be responsive to my subscribers and people that correspond with me, and I receive advice from people that I needed to start either mentioning or somehow posting the date of my video so that down the road, if shysters try to claim it's theirs or it's something new from me, you won't be misled. So here goes. If you'll notice in the corner of each of my screens, since I record on Zoom, I have added today's date, which is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022, to the name in the corner. And I've also mentioned it now. So I do try, I'm learning and you guys are teaching me as I go, and I really, really appreciate it. And I always enjoy when I get topic suggestions from people. I can't act on all of them. But sometimes there's one that just seems like it's good to follow up on a little bit. And so tonight I wanted to discuss something, and as always, I'm coming at this particular topic from definitely a layman's perspective, but a layman that loves music. So Stephen K., one of the subscribers that corresponded with me, asked me to do a tarot read about the 440 hertz, which is what most music, and especially since 1953, when it was adopted as the international standard for music tuning, that it's apparently there's a lot of information out there that 440 hertz isn't good for our health. Now, there's also, I found some places that said that's simply a conspiracy theory. Well, that always piques my curiosity, because I'll tell you what, folks, I have never heard of one conspiracy theory that has been absolutely misproven. They've been declared false, or maybe unlikely, usually false, with nothing to back it up. I've never seen a conspiracy theory that's been disproven. So when someone tells me that's all something is, I want to look into it more. So without going into what the origins are behind the 440 hertz, let's just ask the cards tonight in just a minute if what the universe wants us to know about that frequency. In one moment, I'm going to show you a screen where I did a little search so you can do some on your own. 1 second. Okay, one blog that didn't seem to be too partisan either way was talking about 440 hertz music. And you can find that at projectyourself.com. It's a blog, so you can, on a simple search, got me to this, and I did some reading. And then when I went to YouTube, I did a search asking about converting music to 432 hertz, which is one of the beneficial frequencies that's recommended. Now, my correspondent, Stephen K., he said that also 438 and 528 hertz are good frequencies, but I only did my search on 432. That seemed to be the main one that people convert music to. So you can go to YouTube, and there's several very short tutorials on how to convert your music to 432. And none of them seem to be directing you towards, buy a product type thing, or I wouldn't send you that way. So a simple search should get that. If the cards tell us it might be worth doing and that there's cautions we should be aware of with the 440 hertz for our health and well-being, let's find out. Here's our layout. The Hermit card represents our question, our basic question. And in this instance, the Hermit card talks about seeking insights and new information and shining a light on topics that need to be discussed. And that's what we're trying to do, is shine some light on a little bit of what the universe wants us to know about the 440 hertz. And so the situation card, we've got 3 major arcanas going across here, including the current one, one for the present. But let's go over here and question. And now we have the situation. The Emperor is involved, or it shows up here. And so I do see where he is a ruling sovereign authority, that the purpose of 440 was to control and rule. It even has some military applications to it. And if you'll do a little reading about 440, I think you shouldn't maybe dismiss as conspiracy theory some of the stuff you read. Okay. Now we got the Lovers card here, which is about balance. And so in the present, to seek some balance, we're saying, what should we do? Which way should we go? And we have down here for the near future card, we have the 2 of Pentacles, which is about choices, 2 choices. Okay. And our choice is to convert music that is ours to convert to 432 or leave it at 440. It looks like there's some concern that we should have about how our internal spiritual balance and health will remain if we keep everything at 440. So the clarification and advice cards about this, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have another Cups card, the beautiful one here. So what I'm getting is that there are some cautions to be had about the 440. If you make the choice to go to 432, it's not a choice you'll regret. As we know, those who don't love humanity and those who don't want humanity to grow have had plans in the works for centuries, millennia. And we scare them because we're waking up and taking back some control and authority. So I think the cards are saying, take back some control of what you hear. Okay, don't fear the 440 if you can't convert something, or you don't own it, or it's background music somewhere. Blend in some of the healthy, and just let's keep our vibrations high and our eyes on the prize, which is helping humanity to align itself a little more closely with what our loving Creator intended when we were made. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, and you're welcome to comment. And thank you so much for being part of this. Remember, good wins, and we're part of it. So let's make it happen. I'm in. Are you?